country had been gripped by ice and snow, sending water temperatures shooting downwards. Beneath the lake's chilly exterior, carp tried to ride out the worst of the storm. The weather relented a little. This didn't do much for the carp's torpid state. Snow melt and ice water now filled the old estate lake, and with a return to sub-zero conditions soon, they still didn't move. So could anything encourage them to feed? Unsurprisingly, the fish had refused anglers' baits, with very little caught over the previous weeks. It would seem then that my attempt would be equally as futile. But an angler's optimism knows no bounds. I would try my hardest and combine such a mindset with a winning approach, heavy fluorocarbon line and a ready-tied ESP chod rig, along with a pop-up and a boilie that I was told could produce a miracle, for I needed one. Its name, Escort. In position, February once again scraped its icy claw across the lake. If I was to endure such conditions, I was pleased to see Pete Wilson had arrived, the man behind the bait. If no carp were caught, I would know who to blame. How then would this story unfold? I'm here today at the wonderful Milton Abbas fishery in Dorset. It's freezing cold, it's February, it's not looking great, I have to say. We've had some snow flurries today, and indeed a few days ago all the snow melted, putting ice water into here. So chances I'm not so sure about. It has been a wonderful lake for me though over recent years. Last couple of years I've been filming Seeking Shadows here, and I've caught most of the big fish in the lake, all using Richworth KG1, and that's become a firm favourite of mine. I'm like many of you, once you've got confidence in the bait, it's so important and you don't want to change. But in the last year, I've been offered, being a field tester at Richworth, the new Escort bait. And I've used it a couple of times successfully, but I'm sort of like fighting, juggling, do I change, don't I change? And Pete Wilson, the bait expert, he's been nagging me and nagging me and nagging me, saying this bait is amazing, you need to change over to it. So I've invited him down to try and prove it to me. Now it's going to be a hard task in these conditions as I've just described. So if we catch some fish, I'll be convinced.
So I'm just going to give you a little bit of information about Escort. We're using a fairly soft bird food milk protein base mix. The reason for this is we need aminoplex, the stimulant that we're using, to be able to come out of the bait. So, I mean, the baits are hard enough, they'll go out in a stick, fine like that, but they've got to have that softness and those particles in the bait that enable the stimulant to come out. The stimulant's actually heavier than water, so when it comes out of the bait, it will sink to the lake bed. That's what gets the fish digging around, sort of hunting and searching for bait. Effectively, the stimulant is telling them that there's more food there than there actually is. It's giving that food signal. We know this works. We've done loads of tests. We've caught loads of fish on it. It's got that really beautiful, creamy sort of smell. You know, it's a bait that you really, really want to use. It's sort of one of those sort of classic smells to a carp bait. Martin's going to love it, and I know he's going to catch some fish on it.
You alright, Pete? How'd you get on last night?
Hello, mate. Nothing. Really
Nothing?
quiet.
What
Yeah.
bait are you on?
You know what bait I'm on.
Oh well, you better come up there.
Really?
Well, seems to be working. Come and have a look.
Okay, yeah, I will.
Well, here we go. There's 2 here. I actually had 3. I had one early on in the night, a 28 pounder, and then at dawn, you know, after all that sleet.
Yeah, that was freezing, wasn't it?
Oh, it was awful. After all that sleet, I had both rods go off. 24 and a 20. You've got the 20, but you've got the gorgeous one, mate.
That's absolutely beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
Look at those winter corkers. 3 fish. February night, sleet coming down, snow melt in the water, and we got these beauties.
So hey? You're starting to believe a little bit in this bait then?
Well, I don't know. I hate to say, let's get them back. I'm going to pop down your swim, have a cup of coffee. I'm going to pick your brains a little bit more about this bait. Fantastic.
Well
let's
done,
get them back, mate.
Super. That is beautiful.
Well, Pete, fishing in the swim just next door to you, I've had those fish. Horrendous conditions, I think you agree, and it's obviously a good bait, but you know, give me a bit more background about it. How did it all begin?
Well, this has been about 18 months as part of Richworth, and about 8 years from the guy who actually developed the stimulant.
Right.
So we've been working to get his ideas into an actual fishable bait for the past 18 months. What he's actually done is he took the amino principle, or the amino acid principle that people have used in carp baits for years.
Right, okay.
The likes of betaine, liquid
Yeah,
foods like
well, yeah, I've used that, good bait.
CSL, multi-amino, rich amino, that sort of thing. The problem with those additives is that they have a very short window of activity. So when you introduce bait with those products in, the actual attraction span of that product is very, very short. So if there's no fish in your swim,
okay,
you've missed that opportunity.
What you're saying, if you put betaine or CSL in it, you've got a small window until the water saturates it too much and stops the attraction.
Yeah, it will dissolve throughout the lake. So that area of attraction you've got around your bait has a very, very short period of time that it's effective. So obviously when people have caught fish, and many fish over the years, on amino acid enhanced baits,
it all sounds complicated to me, but
well, yeah,
on.
but it's been because the fish have been there.
Yeah.
So they could have possibly caught, and the same with any bait, if the fish are there. What we've managed to do, and it's quite simple really, what we've done, is we've got a unique blend of amino acids which trigger a feeding response. Now, we've done the tests, we've done all the scientific sort of side of it, so we know that actually happens. The clever bit is been making that into a prolonged period of time.
Okay.
So there's actual stimulation in the area around your bait for anything up to 36 hours on one feed.
And it's stimulating the carp to feed?
It's stimulating fish to feed.
Fish to feed, right.
So it's not just carp specific. I mean, it will attract, it will not attract, it will induce species of fish to feed. Okay. Including carp.
And you've added this to the bait that's S-Core?
This is the full S-Core range will incorporate this biostimulant, which is called aminoplex.
Right, so aminoplex is what you've added to the boilie.
Yeah.
And also it smells of honey, a sweet bird food bait.
Yeah, it's a very sweet, creamy sort of bait. The trick with getting this product into the water is exactly that. There's no point in sealing it in a dense fish meal bait.
Right, because I noticed the baits are very soft as well.
Yes,
That's why.
It's got to be able to come out of the bait. If we seal it up in the bait, you might as well not even put it in. It's got to be able to come out of the bait. The product is denser than water, So when it dissolves, it sinks into the lake bed around your bait.
Okay.
So we've tried to incorporate that. We've tried many different baits to start with, but a bird food based and a high percentage bird food worked the best.
Right. So, look, I'm being a professional angler, but I'm just an angler at the end of the day. Like many others, you have a brand you favour, you have a flavour you favour. Like on this lake, I've done really well on KG1. It's that much of a difference during your testing that this has produced more fish than other baits.
No one was more sceptical than me when I got given this as a project, Martin. There you go, get on with that and see if it's a worthwhile thing to follow up. We initially started just by putting a couple of spoonfuls of the neat stimulant into tins of corn and fishing it in a match situation. And it was catching 3-4 fish to one against a rod fished more or less next to it, baited with plain corn. So we started to think that there was something in it. We then made it into a liquid form and dosed pellets with it. We then tried to take it further on to the boilie concept and see if we could get it into a boilie. And from that sort of stage, it really got exciting because we were using it in carp fishing situations. From
just you or other people?
No, we initially involved about 10 anglers that were non-Richworth related, not consultants or field testers. They were just anglers that we knew we could trust, some well known, some not so well known, that they would take out the bait and fish with it. What we actually did was we made 2 identical baits, one with a stimulant in, one without the stimulant, but exactly the same base mix, flavours, enhancers.
Fair.
And we asked them to fish one against the other. And our results came back at about 2.9 fish to 1 in favour of the stimulant, in favour of aminoplex. So we then took it to Sparshot College. They done 2 independent scientific tests, proper theses that they're using the students as their actual college work. So this was all done under supervision. The results again, 10 controlled fishing sessions, 3 anglers, 2 rods each, one with the stimulated bait, one without. I think we done 80 plus takes on S-Core, 30 plus takes on the non-stimulant bait.
Big difference then?
Big difference.
So what you're telling me is get on S-Core?
I think definitely get on S-Core. We've actually got proof of fish feeding 36 hours in a swim after the bait's gone. Literally digging.
Oh, one sec, is that my alarm? One sec, Pete, I'll be back in a minute.
Go for it, mate.
Fantastic. I'll avoid my other lines. Oh, it's up in the water now. Come on. Come on. You know you want to come in. No matter how much I fish. Oh, my heart's always pounding. I think that's a reasonable fish. Oh, come on. No, you don't. Well, the day I don't tremble is the day I should give in. Which way am I going to take you? Right, I think I'm going to have to take you round to the right. But there we go. S-Core wins the day.
You got one, mate?
Yeah.
I'll come and give you a hand.
There we go.
Well done, mate.
Well, it's cold out there. That water, for all that snow melt.
Yeah.
Look at that.
There's some lovely winter colours at the bottom of it.
Yeah, all those yellows. You got the up your end. Where's the... Oh, where is the
I think the hook's come out in the net.
Well,
no better than that.
That's all right, isn't it? Well, that was lucky. But what are you giving me for that, Pete?
That's pushing mid-20 all day long, isn't it?
Yeah, I reckon so. Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lovely winter colours on that. Fantastic. 25, 24, yeah. 25?
Yeah, it's good, mid-20, mate. A couple of leeches on her there, you can see she's been laying up.
Beautiful winter colours. Right, thank you very much. And let's get you back, I reckon. Pop you in this sling. There we go. You just lift her up into that. You can go back to your watery home. Come on, girl. You've made my day.
Well done, mate.
Right then, girl. There you go. Thank you very much. God, that water's cold. Right, there you go. And I know what bait I'm going to be on this year.
Being an angler is more than just catching fish. It allows the pace of life to slow and gives time to observe a world that can easily be lost in the humdrum of humanity. A dawn where mist tumbles down the valley and cobwebs glisten, full of birdsong and streams of bubbles popping onto the lake surface. These and many more natural wonders lie in store. But if you could slip through the veil of water in any sea, lake or river, something even more special exists.
Well done, Terry. Oh. Fantastic.
It's immaculate.
The weed. Oh! Look at that.
That's all there, isn't it?
That's a big carp.
Well done, mate. Well done. It's just a gorgeous looking fish.
Whoa!
Let me get right over here.
Look at that. Well done,
Oh,
Wayne.
take all that.
Yeah. Well done, Wayne.
Oh, yes.
Well done, bud. That's a
Cheers,
beast.
mate. Lovely job.
Now that is angling.
So wonder no more why anyone chooses to fish, for the time to turn mere shadows into reality is now here.